Hey everybody, what's going on? This is the EBL Experience. You already know who it is. It's your boy Uncle E. To my right, I got Lady B.
Yo.
To my left, as always, Dr. Tig.
Yeah.
And today we do have a special guest with us today. We have my boy, my brother from another mother, first team All-American, first team All-SEC, 2009 Super Bowl champion, my main man. I'm talking about in high school, he was a 5-star recruit, Robert Meachem, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Robert?
How y'all doing?
All right, we doing good over here. You know, we do appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes. I mean, I do consider you as one of the greats on that team, especially that great season 2009.
My favorite season.
Oh, that shit.
Y'all did a lot. Y'all lifted the morale of the city.
Yeah,
like it was
we
crazy.
needed
You did.
We did, but we should have had 2 in a row.
2 in a row?
Yeah, we should have.
That's how you feel?
We had a better team than the year after.
In 10?
Yeah, we had a better team.
Oh.
Why you think y'all didn't?
Why we think we didn't win? I think it came to the point of when Pierre got knocked out the game against the 49ers.
I remember that.
Okay.
A lot of the game plan was for him, you know, and when he got knocked out, everything had to switch.
Right.
And when he switched, you know, and the momentum of the game changed.
Yeah.
Right. So you talking about that
I remember
2011
that.
season?
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, that I believe was probably one of the better offensive team that y'all had ever.
I think the defense was better that year.
Right.
Because you added Malcolm, and that made the defense a lot better.
Right. So, but what we going to first, we have this or that one of our favorites.
Before we do that, Tig before we even get started.
Oh yeah, what you got, Tig?
Oh yeah, I got a black-owned business I wanted to promote. This is my partner's wife. She is a Southern University graduate. She went to John Eric with us.
Okay.
She graduated from law school. Like the girl is on. Like she's maybe like 5 years younger than me, but I think she graduated before me.
Damn.
So she kind of like put
like I didn't know we had that at Eric.
Yeah. So
She took a lot of AP classes. Huh?
right. So she has a law firm now, and her name is Trishelle Lambert, and her law firm is called Lambert Law Firm LCC. LambertLawFirmLCC.com is where you can find her website.
Okay.
And 504-460-2393 is the phone number. And
What kind of law?
accident.
Okay.
Injury attorney.
She used to work with Morris Bark.
She did, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I always tell Ian she should get a jingle. Like, you know, Morris Bark and Chip and Juan LaFonta.
They got too many.
Too many gimmicks.
Wine lace up. You know, wine want to lace up. You know?
Wine blew up off that. Wine.
Wine blew up off of Big Frida. He didn't blow up.
Right, exactly.
Well, yeah, just you know, get a bounce rapper or something and make that happen. Yeah, feel me. But yeah, check
you at,
out Young and
Gatorade?
Hungry. Oh, who?
No, you see, you need a bouncer. I said, where you at, Gatorade?
Oh, you gonna get Katie Red?
Lord.
Nah,
Magnolia.
we had this or that. LeBron have the this or that.
This or that. So we want you to choose this or that. We're gonna choose this or that too, but we really want you to choose this or that. So Hall of Fame career with no Super Bowl championships or multiple Super Bowl championships with no Hall of Fame career. You feel me? Yeah. What would you choose, this or that?
Tough cookie, huh?
Ask me that one more time.
So a Hall of Fame career with no Super Bowls or a career with multiple championships and no Hall of Fame career. Like no, you know.
See, that's kind of hard. The reason being is because you got a guy like Marcus Colston that should have been in the Pro Bowl but never made it to not one.
Right.
Agreed.
You know, and then you have a guy like Michael Thomas that came in the league doing a great job, but in the first 2 years, I mean, he was the only receiver.
Right.
You know, that the Saints really the go-to guy.
Right.
We put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But Colston had so many other weapons around him to where you would have really felt like he should have been a Pro Bowl player. So To answer your question, yes, Tom Brady is the GOAT with all the rings. But to be a Hall of Fame guy, I don't think just the rings alone can get you in.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think,
So you rather be in the Hall of Fame than to be a multiple Super Bowl winner?
I think I like to win. So the
I
Hall
like
Hall of Fame.
I'm with you. I'm multiple
I
championships.
got to win.
No Hall of
I
Fame.
got you.
Yeah.
I mean, I was saying that earlier. I was saying that I guess it's the mindset that what team you get drafted by. Like, was that team a winning team already, or was it just a bullshit team like the Browns or the Lions was? And
The Browns are better. Don't do that to the Browns.
I mean, I'm
The
talking
Browns
about
are
back,
better.
just culture wise.
Like a Calvin Johnson. Should he make it to Hall
Right.
of Fame? You know, he don't have no Super Bowl rings,
He don't.
but he had
I
a
think
lot
he
of
will
Pro
make
Bowls.
it. I think
But should he make it to Hall of Fame? I think he should. But
I like
just
the
saying.
eye test. You don't have to really win as long as you like really just beasting. I like that. I'll give you your props off that.
I think maybe
Because
so.
there's only so much you can do.
Right.
Yeah. So
So we're gonna move on.
Okay.
First question we got for Meachem is we want to know what Sean Payton was like as a head coach, and just overall what the Saints organization was like as well. Did they treat the players good? Were they all about the money, all about the business?
Now, the Saints, it's kind of hard because the organization within itself is a great organization. Now, when it comes to the money part of it, don't get me wrong. It's just like if you was a business owner. I got two guys that pretty much are the same, but one of them is projected to get drafted higher. Would I pay him the $4 million, or would I pay the guy that's up under him less money, but I can pay him on the back end? Because think about it. Everybody in America knows Kamara should have been a first-round draft pick by what he's doing right now, right?
Right.
Facts.
But he was a third-round draft pick. But you would end up having to pay him in the back
Yeah.
and not in the beginning.
Gotcha.
So I think, and then to answer the other part of your question with Coach Payton, that's a hell of a coach. I mean, you'll run through a brick wall for him. You see a man dancing in the locker room with the players. This man got Jordans on now. He one of us.
He's sponsored by Jordan too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's sponsored by Jordan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is.
And then again,
Okay.
like he's one of us though. Like he competes just like us. So like playing for him is a different experience when you go somewhere else.
Right.
Because when I went to San Diego, it was just like, wow, this was a culture shock.
Right.
I never experienced something like that.
Right.
And reason being was it was a home game, but you getting booed.
Right.
How you getting booed at your home?
What?
Shocking.
From elementary all the way to the pros, I never got booed at home.
Right.
You know, like if we have bad plays, yeah, you get booed, but
Right.
like when you running out your tunnel, and you get booed, I wasn't used to that.
Right.
So they paid to boo y'all. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's this crazy part. But the opposing team had more fans than you had
Oh, okay.
at your home game, right?
Right.
In San Diego, I mean, they're in LA now, but in San Diego, a lot of the fans that really was true diehard Charger fans were from the hood. You know, they couldn't
Yeah.
afford to come to the game.
Yeah.
So when you have Denver Broncos come in and they got Peyton Manning and the whole Bronco organization, families, and everybody traveling.
Yeah.
And as soon as you run out, boo, like, hold up. I need to go back in the locker room and try this again because it's already a lose-lose situation.
Wow.
That is crazy.
So total 360.
And you come from the Saints and you go to that?
Right.
Right.
From my
You
fan
know how I
base
get
to
down.
yeah.
How we get
You
down out
can
here.
be 0-16 here. And you can see somebody, I mean, we're going to win next year.
Right.
Okay, what they say. You go out there, it's
That's
just like, wow. It's just a tourist city.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Dang.
Feel that.
Thanks,
Well,
bro. I would have never guessed that. Like,
Oh, it's a
it-
beautiful place to live. That's what you
Yeah.
get there. Man, when you go out there, that's what, if you live out there, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the view.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? The people is not like the South. Don't get me wrong. They some nice people, but it's not like the South.
Yeah.
South is totally different.
Gotcha.
Right. Shout out to that South.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the
Third
dirty South.
Coast.
going on to the next question. Appreciate that with about Sean do.
Yeah.
So my question for you, one of my favorite plays from you is that 2009 year, the Super Bowl year against the Redskins. I mean, every time when I look at that play, I still get chills, you know.
You do?
I do. I really do because that 2009 season meant a hell of a lot to me. And the way y'all used to win certain games, like
All
against the Redskins and against Miami, that great comeback when y'all played Miami that year. Tell me what was going through your mind when Drew threw the pick and you stripped the ball from the defender to go for the touchdown.
Well, when he threw the pick, the first thing was like, oh, I can't say that, but
Feel free, brother.
Speak your mind, my
Speak
brother.
your mind, brother. Feel free
like,
to say what you need.
shit, Drew. I'm like, you could have just took the sack on that one.
Yeah.
But then I seen the way the guy was carrying the ball, and I'm like, okay, he had two blockers in front of him. I'm like, if I can split them, that's a strong possibility I can get this ball out. But the crazy part was, when you little and you the athlete, you play all the positions. I mean, you play both sides of the ball.
Right.
So you play defense in elementary, you play defense in middle school and high school. So it was just a normal thing. Like, okay, if I can just get around him, I can get this ball.
Right.
Right.
And the way he was carrying it, I'm like, all I was praying about is like, hold on, hopefully his hand don't touch the ground, and they say down.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And when I took the ball, I looked up and seen Devery. I'm like, oh, that's the fastest dude on the field. Ain't nobody else gonna catch it.
Right.
Right.
And took it in.
You saved the undefeated season.
During that time.
Nah, that wasn't the play to save.
You thought it was the play after that?
I think the overtime touchdown is what saved it.
You scored that too, right?
Yeah.
I think that's really what saved it, because if we didn't set LaRon up like we did, see, Devery took a big shot in the game, and nobody really paid attention. But when he did, he ran a deep end, and that's a 15-yard in route, and LaRon smacked him.
Talking about Landry.
LaRon Landry.
He a legend around here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he is a fucking legend
I've been
around
playing
here,
against
bro.
LaRon since I was in Tennessee, you know. So,
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
so
He know.
Yeah.
one thing we knew, that LaRon was real aggressive. So we knew he was going to bite on that same move. So as soon as I made the move, I was just looking for him, because I'm like, just don't grab me. If he grab me, I ain't gonna. If he grab me, it's gonna be a pass interference. This is gonna be a first down.
Right.
I ain't gonna be able to get up under the ball.
Right.
So when I realized he wasn't close, I'm like, oh, Drew, just put it in the air. It's touchdown.
That's cool, dude, man. That season itself, dude, bro. It was that game in Miami. Now y'all pissed me off during the end of the year with that 3 straight losses, but I think we needed them losses to be them maps before we got to the playoffs.
So you think a loss can be a positive? You
I
can turn
think-
that into a
Beneficial.
positive.
I mean,
That-
it hit home.
That year it was.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Because they was
Reason being, it was just like, okay, the Carolina game, it was like, do we really want to be out here? That's the vibe that was in the locker room. Like, man, let's just get this game over with.
right.
And everybody be safe and get home. That's all we was thinking about, because we got a first round bye. That's all that mattered.
Right.
First round bye. Like nowadays, with this COVID and the way it's going, like, I would say this. If I was playing right now, if I need the money, then yeah, I would play. But if I was a young player, like, let's say a rookie or a second-year player, I would go play, because that's just what I know. But if you an 8-9-year veteran and you got people with children at home, you might be skeptical on playing this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's understandable,
Yeah.
though. That's understandable. So do you think that Redskins game, you think that was the best play of your career, or you think there was another play that you think was even better than that?
I mean, that's one of the most memorable plays. But the play to me that really stands out through my whole career was Garrett Hartley. Minnesota game, he made the field goal to win the game, right?
Right.
But if you go back in that season, like you just said, in the 3 losses, remember we lost to Tampa
I do.
on a missed field goal?
No.
Okay, I actually caught the ball in the same spot in the Minnesota game as I did in the Tampa game. But I was mad at myself in the Tampa game because I felt like I should have scored. I should have stayed on my feet and scored.
Yeah.
But he got a second chance against Minnesota, and I knew he wasn't gonna miss it then.
Yeah.
But that once again, if you could hear Coach Payton on the sideline pimping Garrett, like, man, you was born for this kick, man. This is what you do. and then Garrett,
Oh my God!
it was like he worked at Shell's gas station. He was pumped 7.
Yeah.
93 octane. He gave it all to him.
That's cool. Right. Yes, indeed.
So
man.
we want to get into your least favorite and your most favorite teammate, and why.
Crazy part is I don't think I have a least favorite teammate. I don't think you can have that.
What about just another player in the league who
That you just
could-
don't like or
Yeah,
something?
I mean,
just can't stand like
yeah, you can't stand
like-
their game.
like the
you
way
can't-
Chauncey be going at people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude
People
kind of
don't
crazy.
like-
See, he wouldn't bother me.
He wouldn't bother you?
No, because I know what you're doing it for.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You need me to feed off of. So if I get too locked into what you're doing, then yeah, you got me.
Right.
But
He
if
get a
I
lot
don't
of
feed
people.
in, you screwed.
Right.
Right.
You can't be who you are.
Right.
So
Okay.
now you got to find another person to go talk to.
Right. To get slapped by.
So, oh man. I think when Malcolm was a rookie, we couldn't stand Malcolm.
Oh,
Because he just was too aggressive at practice. But I mean, he was a rookie, so he didn't really understand, like, dude, don't dive on this play. Don't do that.
Right.
But now the Malcolm that you see now is like 3 times better than what he was.
totally different person.
Oh man, the favorite player to play with, huh? It's a lot of them. I think I would just have to give it to the O-line.
Okay.
You right?
Because without them, none of us would be
I
nothing.
love the O-line.
Right.
I love the O-line.
And I
I
think-
love the trenches, bro.
I
That was
think
a
my
great old line.
That's what I...
favorite player on the line, though, would have to be Carl Nix.
Okay.
Good.
He just did stuff for a big man that you just don't do.
Mm-hmm.
You were like real athletic.
Was he? Okay, you brought up the Miami game.
Mm-hmm.
When Reggie jumped from the 6-yard line and scored, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Carl Nix can do that?
I mean, looking at it, I
I would. Yeah, I
One
wouldn't
would
think he could do
So
that.
all 3 of y'all would have lost y'all money.
Right.
Right.
Because when we made this bet,
Mm-hmm.
there was multiple guys made this bet. I looked at him, I said, I'm betting with Carl.
Right.
Me and Carl walked out with a lot of money that day.
Right. Okay.
My kids was happy that day. He went straight to the mall.
Come on.
What?
Oh yeah.
And the crazy part is he took off from the 8
Right.
and landed in the end zone.
Damn.
But the mat was, we put a mat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was almost halfway off the mat.
So we talking front flip, boom.
He could have. But we just told him to do the dive.
To do
See
the
if he
dive,
can-
okay.
See if he can jump from the 6th. I can do that. When he took off, I was like, man, I was like, damn, I might have lost my money.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he started speeding up. Like, all right. Oh, we won. We get paid,
Yeah.
baby.
See, Carl was like on that team. It was a beast old line that
You
year.
had-
But I think Knicks probably was the best offensive lineman we had that year. It's not saying much because everybody, I think,
Between him
went
and
to the Pro Bowl. Huh?
the whole line.
That's what I'm saying. The whole line.
Between him and Jari, though, it was just.
Yeah, Jerry, yeah.
used to be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know who. It was what and what.
Right, I feel you.
A plus, A minus.
Right. There you go.
That's what's up.
That's cool. What we got next, Britt?
Oh, it's me?
It's Blue
Yeah,
Ball. My
okay.
bad.
So you ever seen the movie Any Given Sunday, right?
Uh-huh.
My favorite movie, one of my favorite movies.
Really?
Especially by Quentin Tarantino. That's like just one of my favorite movies, bro.
Interesting.
I just gotta know, bro. Is the league really like that? Did they
Parts of it.
parts of it? So what part? Is the drugs, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, let me say this. Pain pills you can get addicted to.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Okay, so as a natural gladiator, because that's what we consider that as,
Mm-hmm.
how can you play Sunday to Sunday? Or how can you play Sunday to Thursday? And now me and you then ran into each other full speed. You 280 pounds and I'm 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, my body gonna wear down on them hits. So if you start taking them pain pills, what you do? Eventually, you don't want the pain no more. You don't want to feel that.
Right.
So you get addicted to them. And a lot of players get addicted to pain pills. A lot of players get addicted to drinking. A lot of players get addicted to smoking weed.
Right.
A lot of players get addicted to women. It's so many different drugs that's in the professional world that it's not just like the prescription drug like you see. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many other things that can get you off course.
Right. That's wild. Okay. So were any other things about the movie?
I'd have to rewatch it.
Like what's the worst injury? Because on the movie, a dude eyeball popped out on the film. So I never
gross,
seen
bro.
that. But like, what's the worst injury you've
Gross as
seen?
hell, bro.
Like, what's the worst injury you've seen? You like, God damn, I can't look at that.
Well, with Ronnie Lott, they cut his finger off. One of his fingers, like he's missing a finger, like part of his finger, and still played the game.
Because it was broke.
No shit.
Yeah, took it right off. Take this off and do what y'all do.
Sure did.
Hold on, mid-game.
Mid-game.
Man, come on, man.
Definitely.
But you got to understand something too. We have a different mentality than regular people.
Right.
Because we know that we getting out here and it's going to be violent.
Right.
It's like almost like a cowboy that's a bull rider. You know, if you're riding a bull that's way bigger than you, stronger than you,
Right.
you know, it's a possibility you can get hurt or you can get killed in it.
Right.
When we walk on this field, we know it's a possibility that we could get hurt real bad, like get paralyzed, or we could lose a finger, lose a leg, lose an arm. Like Alex Smith, nobody knew that his leg was going to come back to what it was. He could have lost his leg.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I thought it was over.
That's why I respect Alex Smith, the way he playing, though. You know, I mean, he playing like he didn't
I can't see
beat.
me saying, take my finger. I'm going back out there. I can't see it. Like, I'm done for the day, guys. You know, I'm done.
Once again,
The mentality.
It depends.
Yeah.
Because in the heat of the moment in that game, like for me, Super Bowl season, nobody know it. I mean, a lot of people in my family know, but the third game of the season, I was playing with a broke toe. And after that, I just played the rest of the season with a broke toe. So
How?
What year that was?
Man.
09? Okay.
yeah,
How is that?
I mean,
You
Coach CJ kept saying, "Y'all can't get hurt,"
Right.
and that's all we knew. I mean, you either hurt or you injured.
Right.
If you injured, you can't go.
Right.
But if you hurt, you can still play.
Right.
That's how we look at it. I mean, it's crazy to the regular world, to the normal people, but that's just your thought process.
Which toe was it?
My second left toe.
Your second-
So now my big toe actually curves in kinda and takes up for two toes because I couldn't do nothing with this toe.
Right.
So after the season, I end up having the surgery. But imagine having a 3-year-old thinking that little ball on the end of your foot is a toy. So she kept trying to touch my foot.
Oh.
So I end up having to sleep in another room.
So,
Lock the dude.
speaking of injuries, I noticed your hands. And I noticed Megatron hands. Why? You know what I'm talking about, right? The wide receiver from Detroit, Calvin Johnson. You ever notice his hands and how they crooked and things like that?
Oh, yeah.
How did that happen? Like, what?
That football.
It's football.
It jams them. Are you going to block somebody and your hand gets stuck? I mean, in college, I remember I was blocking Chris Houston. And he was shorter than me, but he was actually stronger than me. Caught me slipping because I thought I was just going to run and just, no. I walked off, see this finger right here, this pinky?
Yeah.
This pinky was like this.
Man.
So all I did was
I don't want to
I just told the trainer, I said, man, pull it. And he pulled it back in, taped it up, let's go.
Right.
bullet.
Right.
Dang.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's a different mindset.
Right.
Yeah.
You going there differently.
Yeah.
So we got off subject.
Yeah.
But,
It's fine.
but I had to know. I
mean,
just had to figure that out.
We had to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do that.
You
Man,
need your
that's
toes, man. You need them.
Well, you need your toes, you need your fingers, but hey, and when they paying you 60 plus M's,
Yeah, well,
you start thinking about it stuff a little bit different, you know?
Do I really need this toe?
Like, how bad do I need this toe? Because you
really don't need it as you think about it.
Because
Like,
you think about it like this. You know, with all the technology now, I think they can just make me a toe.
definitely.
I mean, just like Jason.
Better than that.
Kia Paul.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
He's playing with 3 fingers, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for him to actually grab you and grip you with that whatever hand that he popped the firecrackers in, you know what I'm saying? Like, but once again, like everybody laughs at that. Like, cause how you this big old grown man, like how you
Lost
let a firecracker
fingers.
popping
I
in your hand.
know a couple of people that
We
did
was
something
still
like
big kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You was a big kid with money.
Yeah. Okay.
Think about it. You're 21 through 25 years old and you've been poor all your life.
Mm-hmm.
But every 4th of July, as a kid, what you been doing? Popping
Fireworks. Right.
So you think they're just gonna just instantly go away?
It magnifies.
And then when you have kids or you have your nieces and nephews or your family around, that's the excitement.
Right.
Like now, I mean, we light up the block.
That's true. That's facts.
Hell yeah.
I
remember
can
them
just run a little
days.
bit faster than I used to.
You're right.
I like that.
Yeah, one actually popped in my hand one time, so I had to play it off, acting like, yeah, that shit didn't hurt. but I was like, boy, for 1 second, I said, man, my hand gone. I couldn't feel my hand. For 1 second, I said, all right. And then I heard somebody say, man, that nigga crazy. I said, yeah, I am. Don't mess with me.
You was hurting on the inside.
Man, I had to play it off. Everybody had to make it look like I meant to do that. You know, I thought it was, you know, the firecracker that the color comes out, like the smoke little bombs, and the color comes out when you light it up, or like the different colors or whatever of smoke.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't sparkling. It was like a ball.
You got a smoke? You thought you had a smoke ball?
Right.
Hold up. You
So-
thought you had a smoke?
Right. So
Was you drinking?
listen,
Probably.
I wasn't even. I was like 15. So
And still
because
probably.
this is the thing. Everybody had one, so I felt like I was set up. Because everybody had one and it making a different color smoke.
So
I
they
had
gave-
it in my hand and I'm like, what a smoke. Boom!
So they gave you the M60.
Fast. Like, so I like
That's
somebody.
the one you hold to the last minute, you know,
That's what I'm-
then you throw it.
Like somebody really set me up.
Yeah, they got you.
They
Yeah, they got
played
me
on
good. You know, I never thought
They
about
ain't
it
your-
like that until now.
That ain't your friend.
Them ones are real friends,
At all.
You need to go back and reflect and
Yeah.
see if you still talk to them
Reevaluate
dudes.
one.
Cut them
I gotta see
off,
who was at
man.
That party, that
Cut them
bitch.
off, bro.
That a bitch. Shit. What we got next, Ted?
I can do this podcast all day.
Man,
Just say what you want.
Right.
man, the women, the groupies, bro.
The groupies specifically.
This is really my question. You know what I'm saying? I just,
Okay, let's get it.
yeah,
Right.
man. Like, what are like? How far do they go, bro, to get close to y'all, bro? Like, what is the craziest things you like? Damn, she really did that and this just to get here, to possibly be
Right.
chosen.
To possibly be chosen.
Okay. Every team, you know, when you travel or when you have a home game, you have a security guard on your floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 9 times out of 10, when you get off that floor, the security guard sitting right there. Well, if you didn't pay the security guard or you didn't give the girl the money to give to the security guard, he gonna do it. Because he ain't making that much sitting there. So if he get $500 in his pocket, she walking down the hall. And then when the people come check your room, all you have to do is put your latch up.
Right.
They can't get in, but they know you in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't say nothing.
So they pretty much paying. That's crazy. Okay.
What you mean? They listen. Women think like this.
All right.
Oh shit.
Survival mode. Men think with right now. That's where we mess up.
Right.
If we thought like women, we would be in better shape. But we think like a
I
man.
give you that.
And when that monster downstairs get happy and excited, you know, you don't think clearer.
Right.
He gone.
He gone, yo. It's straight. It's beeline, straight line. Yeah, man, gonna get that crushed ice, man. She ain't gonna get mad at you.
Yeah. You good? Yeah. Do your thing.
Hey, man, don't do that.
You
Don't
wasn't
do
here,
that.
right? So Brennan straight turned gangster about the crushed ice situation. She was like, who the hell in here got crushed
Crushed ice with in her cup.
I was like, is this not allowed in Brittany's house?
Yeah, no crushed ice. Full ice.
But to answer your questions, women looking for stability. You know
Yeah,
what
right.
I'm saying? And you can't,
So you can't really blame
You can't
them.
get mad at them.
Right.
Because
I feel the same way.
just think about it on the other end. If you have a daughter and you in a poor environment and some cat that was poor that come back and sweep your daughter off her feet, you gonna be mad at her for leaving? Oh,
But I mean, groupies don't get wife, do they?
yes, they do.
Oh,
You got some cats that can be married and be mad at you if the side piece start talking to somebody else. Like, how can you get mad? You married.
really?
Niggas do be doing that. Niggas be in
Like,
relationships. And
It's like you can be committed
Right.
all the way in with your wife, go places, do everything, can see your side piece in the club or wherever you at, and see her talking to somebody else, and will get
And it's a
pissed.
problem.
Properties type of shit.
That's crazy.
In my mind, it's just like, first of all, I'm married.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
Hey.
First of all, I'm married. So you got to keep saying it.
Right.
Like, how can you get mad at her?
Yeah.
You go
Right.
home next to a woman every night,
Right.
and you get mad at her for dipping off.
Right.
And then, first of all, she's looking at you in the club.
So she see you, see her, seeing her.
And then she,
There you go.
and then she got that fucking dress on.
Yo.
Fucking girl. Fucking
Yeah.
girl.
and then you over there right way getting mad.
Right.
Because to be honest, I done seen it with my own two eyes, and I just like, wow, y'all really feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see me, I was married.
Right.
I committed adultery. I cheated.
Uh-huh.
But my kid's mama went out and messed with somebody else. I didn't get mad at her.
Right.
I'm
Right.
gonna get mad at you.
Right.
I'm laying next to a woman
Yeah.
that's supposed to be here for the rest of my life. So how can I get mad at you for going to mess with somebody else?
Most dudes don't think like that though.
You need to, because you're gonna end up in jail or you're gonna be dead.
Right.
One or the
Niggas,
other.
Yes.
niggas territorial.
So territorial for
Very.
nothing.
Yeah, bro.
For nothing.
So-
Because like you said, she's a groupie. So how many of y'all that she didn't clammed up
Right.
and that you don't know about,
So
Right.
and you wife and the other?
so could they
I
call,
had two teammates that messed with. One had a wife and one they had, I had one teammate where his wife was the side piece.
Whoa.
Okay, so you answered my
Wait,
question
wait,
because my
wait.
next question was going to be, can that carry over into the locker room? Can that cause locker room turmoil?
Intermingling? You mean like women?
I'm pretty sure y'all.
No, not threesome with
No,
another
not
woman.
No, no, no,
threesome,
no.
but like
Like-
you married to a woman and your teammate.
It's smashing your wife.
Whoa.
But before she became his wife, they was his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But this is me. I pay attention to a lot of stuff that most people don't pay attention to. If I didn't buy you a purse and you ain't got no money and all of a sudden you got a brand new purse, where it come from? And I'm talking about Louis Vuitton type purse. I ain't talking about just no regular Macy's
yeah.
Coach purse
Right.
that you can go buy. No, I'm
You
talking
talking
about
about
a
something
$5,000 to $10,000 purse. I ain't making it. So if I ain't making it and you got this purse, I'm puzzled.
Oh man.
And then what's even crazier, they was in the same room. So they was on the same team.
Oh man.
Like what
You
I mean,
can't
when
do
they play
that.
the same position.
Is that no bro code?
I mean,
this-
you supposed to have
Yeah,
a bro
bro
code from when you was a child. But that bro code goes
Bro
out the
code
window
is-
when that money comes involved.
It's often
Because I
broken.
make more money than you. I can be the ugliest cat on the team. Like Charles Grant. He used to call me Little Ugly. So I'd be like, Charles, if I'm Little Ugly, what are you?
Big
Right.
ugly.
Like, cause you just like, you.
He getting that old line money.
No, he was getting that defensive line money.
Okay.
But when he was getting defensive line, you could see Charles with a woman, he'd be like, ain't no way she with him.
Right.
Right.
Because of his looks.
Yeah.
Right.
like this woman too beautiful.
I see
Pulling
that shit
people
all
way
the
above
time
they-
about people I see in Walmart and say they don't match. You feel what I'm
But then
saying?
again, they do match.
Right.
And the reason being is because she gives him something that he can't get. And he gives her something that she can't get.
Gotcha.
Like she could be so beautiful but be so insecure. And be with him and he just love her like never before.
Right.
But then you can have a handsome dude that can have an okay girl. You be like, why she with him? How he get her?
Right.
How she get him?
Oh, all right.
And then all of a sudden, when you sit and be around them, you like, oh, that's how she
Right.
got him. Because she was
Bottom
loyal.
first. Do your bottom first.
Technical
Typical.
difficulties.
Difficulty. You got it. His mic fell, y'all. But that's
That
that's
ain't got nothing to do with the Oh,
Robert did this
so
shit.
so basically.
It was working fine before we came here.
So basically, women can cause troubles in the locker room, which can mess up team chemistry. Team
chemistry.
team chemistry.
get it out, my G. Get it out.
Get it out.
To be honest, that never came out. So the guy who's married to the woman now still doesn't know that his teammate was touching his wife.
Ooh, that's smooth right there,
Well,
bro.
and to
Smooth
be
criminal.
You never really
dangerous
hear.
right there.
and to be honest, you really wouldn't want that to get out.
Right.
I would imagine.
Because
not.
now it's going to cause turmoil in their household, plus the other person's household that's long gone doing what they're doing.
Right.
So they're married now. So you was messing with her when you was messing with me. Like now that brings up all this old drama that wasn't never there.
Right. Unnecessary.
So did you agree with LeVar Ball said? I don't think if you heard it, but LeVar Ball said something about groupies. Like if you get married to a woman while you in the league,
There's no chance of you finding true love.
right? There's no chance like she don't love you.
Every girl you will find from
Right.
there on will be pretty
you
much
agree
there
with
for
that?
the money.
It's a strong possibility.
There's a Bible verse that's like something like that.
But it's a
right?
strong possibility of what he's saying. 90% of that is true.
Uh-huh.
Now 10% of that, no, you're right. 95% of that is true. The other 5% out there, it is really women that really genuinely care about a man. Like it's really women out there that don't even know you as an athlete.
Right.
Like I don't know you, LeVar Ball. I really don't. But you swear I do because of what I do.
Right.
Now for NFL players, guess what? When she tell you she might not know who you are, it's a strong possibility she don't. You know why? Because you wear a helmet.
Right.
That's true.
People can't see you.
But stature.
Like I go places all the time, and,
Stature
and
helps.
people just look at me. They don't say it, but they look at me.
Right.
And then they be like, coasting, and I laugh. And I keep walking because I'm like, I'm not a rookie no more, so I ain't got to turn around. See, when I was a rookie, coasting used to make me turn around. So he'd be like, you know, they calling you. No, my name is Meachem. No, they calling you. You got to turn around. And I got to turn around and go sign autographs for him.
So hazing.
Oh, yeah. That's
The
everywhere.
quiet
So you
storm.
was-
That's a real thing.
So there's a guy out there that thinks he has Marcus Colston autograph and he doesn't. He has.
Oh, no, he got Meachem. So I signed Meachem. I didn't sign Mark. Nah, I ain't do that. I ain't even lied to him like that. It was RM17, baby. That's what you got.
Okay, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
that'll
right.
do like
I
that's
never
not.
knew quiet storm would be doing the hazing.
Oh, no, he had to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a part of it. Like, he got done. It got done to him.
What's like the worst thing that they did to you?
Well, to me.
Yeah,
See,
personally.
I was a good rookie.
Right.
See, I bought in. I did what they said. They was like, we want breakfast sandwiches every Thursday. You got that.
Gotcha.
Manos, hey, 6 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Miss Sue, I need you badly. I need 14 of them things. And I'm on my way now. I'm running late. You got to get it for me.
I'm done.
Now, the worst thing I done seen, remember, you know, your car keys, like the button to unlock your car and lock it? I didn't see somebody tied it up to a weight and drop it down to the bottom of the cold tub. First of all, you got to get it out. And then second of all, you got to get a whole new key thing because it's messed up because the water in it. So you got to buy a new key thing. That's one.
Wow.
I done seen them take somebody's car, park it in Winn-Dixie's parking lot, and fill it up with all kind of foam. So when you open the door and nothing but foam fall out. I done seen somebody.
Fam.
I done seen somebody. I done seen.
Nah.
I done seen them go to Best Buy and spend about 30 grand, and then I done seen a team dinner where you spend about 150 grand.
Actually, I could tell you a story with Cameron Jordan, how I met him. Actually, I used to work for the alcohol company for Republic, and it was a rookie dinner or something, and the rookies had to buy the alcohol, and the rookie bought like King Louis and stuff like the expensive shit, and that was crazy. He was a cool dude though, because he let me have the other shit, you know, the cheap stuff that came with the bottle. But
that was his rookie year.
no, that was what the rookie had to do for them.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I mean, there's all kind of stuff they get you to do, man. It's like, all right, it's 4 of us right here. B, she could say, I want a cheeseburger from McDonald's with no cheese.
That's me. That's me.
But make that work. How do you get a cheeseburger from McDonald's with no cheese?
Order a hamburger, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Man,
It's a mind thing.
no, what you do is you order a hamburger like she just said. Man, put my cheese on the side.
Gotcha.
So if you want it, you put it on. That's simple. That's what you're thinking, right?
Right.
I'm not doing that, bro.
You say that.
I'm not putting no cheese
I'll do
on
that.
the
Yeah, I
side.
get the cheese.
Bring you a
Oh,
hamburger.
but that,
I'll be
but
running
you
with the
just you
cheese.
just the one person in the room. See, that's McDonald's. But say he want Chick-fil-A. I got to go to Chick-fil-A for him. Say I want Popeyes. You got to go to Popeyes for me. Say he want Chipotle. You got to go to Chipotle. And hopefully all these places is in the same area before we get on this plane. Because if you miss the plane flight, that's another fine.
Oh, man.
And you're going to get fined because you're going to miss that meeting. Because you ain't going to be able to get no plane flight. You ain't going to be able to go in the airport and just get no plane flight to where we going.
Right.
So that's another fine. So either you do it or you don't.
Right.
But if you don't do it and you get on the plane and you don't have no food for these hungry dudes who've been waiting on this food, trust me, your punishment gonna be a lot worse than what it was when you should have got the food for
Should
that.
have just went got the food.
Mom should have just got
And
it.
so how does it keep it hot? Like keep the food hot? Like it's a lot of places. I like hot fast food. I don't like cold fast food.
First of all, I got it. You didn't say it had to be hot.
Okay.
Because if you said it got to be hot, I got to get yours last.
You're right. Yeah.
So that you got to map it out real quick. Like, because I'm telling you, that plane, you probably have about 2-hour window. And you think it's like, man, it's 2 hours. I got 2. No, you really don't have 2 hours because they still have to cook the food.
You're right.
So what I learned was, I'm like, all right, most of y'all like Popeyes. I just
Right.
had to buy for the receipt or something. Most of y'all like Popeyes.
Right.
All right. You make a connection in Popeyes. Okay. Then y'all like Chipotle. You make a connection in Chipotle. Because once you make the connection, you can call, hey, I need 10 meals or I need 12 meals of this. And this is how they need to be broke down. And then once you do it, you be like, you get to the plane, give everybody their stuff, everybody happy.
That's the way you like it.
Easy playing ride.
Hopefully.
What you mean, hopefully?
Somebody might just like, man, you didn't give me no guacamole. And like can be petty. But they actually playing with you.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know they playing. You think they serious. Because you still a rookie.
Right.
You don't know.
You don't know how far this joke really can go.
Right.
And then you don't realize too, coaches is in on the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they can hold you like, hey, yeah, we need to talk to the rookies. And by the time you go in the locker room, the veterans are already waiting on you.
Oh.
Dang.
I didn't know they got involved like that.
Oh yeah, they get involved.
Oh, it's all funny
Or
games.
they stay out of it. You go, man, coach, man, they took my car. Man, hey, what you do? What position you play?
Right.
And they took your car? How you know they took your car? Well, coach, they took. Well, you need to come back with some more evidence.
Something like you just saying accusing
Like
people.
I literally seen him take my
Take my
car.
Yeah.
But all right.
But
Need
you
some
saw,
more
you,
concrete.
you saw Drew Brees take your car and move it over there? You
Drew
really-
Brees is in on it too?
No, he just
No, I'm
examined.
just saying. Drew
But the
Brees
face, though.
is.
But the face. Come
Do
on.
he? I have to know.
Jews on it. I thought that was just a name.
That's a.
I'm gonna sip my tea on this one.
Rob had that look like he the main one.
He's not the main one, but you gonna get it because you have to. Because we all got it. It ain't no exceptions.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember they wrapped up. Who they wrapped up to the goalpost?
Malcolm
Meachem. Yeah, they wrapped that dude in duct tape.
Jenkins.
Yeah, because
Malcolm Jenkins,
once
yeah.
again, he didn't do what they asked him to do. So when you don't do it,
You did say he was that rookie.
I told you.
Right.
I told you he came in Malcolm came in thinking that he knew more than what he knew. And I mean, you all do because we the man when we come out of college.
Right.
But you got to remember something. First of all, I'm going to a team where Reggie Bush and Deuce is the man.
Yeah.
I'm no longer the man.
Yeah.
You know, you got to humble yourself real quick. And Malcolm was like, I know I'm better. I know. In his mind, he thought he was better than Tracy and Jabari at corner. He wasn't. That's why you end up getting moved to safety.
That's why I was about to ask. Because I knew he was like the number cornerback coming out the draft from Ohio State. I mean, he did play slot in the cornerback his rookie year. And then after that they just moved him to safety. Better fit.
It's a better fit. He was a better tackler.
Okay.
You know,
So
he was a better tackler than he was a cover guy.
Gotcha.
That's like Roman. Roman is the best tackler there was.
Right.
As far as cover skills, Roman didn't have too much confidence in his cover skills.
Right.
Yeah, and I seen it on the field.
Yeah, when you see him covering, you can see that he ain't so confident. But you see when he go make a tackle, he all in.
Right.
Yeah. All
Keep
right.
his neck, you do have, man.
Well, I mean, I can't speak on somebody's neck.
Pause. We'll go on to the next question, though. So, man, look, I got a question. What's one thing that people don't know about the NFL that are NFL, like, is it anything, like, that goes on throughout the daily? I mean, I'm not talking about with practice or whatever like that. Just something secret y'all have.
Just say it. Just ask the question. Don't
Is
sugarcoat
it?
it. I can't answer it.
Is it fixed? Some games. I mean, I just want you to clear the air for a lot of people that's, because you have a lot of people that's gonna say that, oh, game fixed or this, that, or that's that.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. When I was playing, I couldn't see it. But when I stopped playing, I started to see certain things that happened there where it's like, as a player, you threw that play.
Right.
And
As a player.
as a current player now, I see certain things happening where I feel like they threw certain plays. And I'm going to go to a game, and I could be so wrong. And if I am, I apologize.
Right.
But I feel like Cam Newton stopped being Cam Newton when he didn't win the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos. You was the MVP the whole season.
Right.
Everybody knew Cam Newton pulling their chest open.
Right.
You get to the Super Bowl, who is
Dab
Cam Newton?
Daddy.
Right.
Think about it. Like Peyton and them, if you go back and look at that, when they got up on the stand to take the trophy, Peyton Manning and them didn't even really understand how to take the trophy because they didn't really win the game. He gave them the game. Now, that's my personal opinion from the outside looking in.
Wanted the Peyton to ride off on that white horse.
That's what I feel.
Well, yeah, but he should have dove for that ball. A real one would have dove for the ball.
But when you're
When it was
getting
on the
paid
ground.
under the table, would you die for that ball?
No, I probably won't. If I wouldn't accept it, but if that's the deal, then that's the play I'm about to give up right there.
And so it looks like, to me, that players that was out there doing that game that he could have made, he didn't make them.
Right.
And it's like now you see the drop off.
Yeah.
You don't see
career
him
has
being the
suffered.
same as he was since that game.
Right.
I thought he was gonna be better when he got to be with Belichick, but it's not the same. It's every year is drop off, and now it's another shoulder. Now it's an oblique. It's so many certain things that you can keep happening. So they say, you know what? They do you like Kaepernick and don't want you no more.
Like ball.
That's crazy. That's a bombshell. Like if I had like the clue bomb, but we don't have. We was working on that, but that didn't really
Right.
quite go well. The sound effects, but Shit.
I mean, it do have a lot of things that I question, and you always wonder, do like the mafia plays a fact into what goes on in the league?
The mafia fan?
Do Vegas
It could
play?
be anybody. It's just the mafia.
Mafia
I know.
Vegas, so Vegas.
I get where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what she's going with.
Vegas is run by the mob.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we've been saying ever since I was a little kid.
Right.
So if it ain't true, I still believe it's true. Okay. Do I feel like Vegas control the sports world in certain aspects of the game? Yes. I think they do get to certain players that's in a crunch situation, and they make them an offer. And I think, some players that's weak-minded will take the offer. Or you might have somebody in your family that's weak-minded that takes the offer that you don't know nothing about, and now you screwed.
Right.
See, there's a lot of things that go on in this professional world that people can't talk about or can't show.
Right. It's the man.
Because if you expose a lot of this, if you expose some things, would it be a professional world?
Right, that's true.
And that's why it's just so hard to believe. That's because it's like, why be watching if it's already fixed on some shit? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
But you don't know it's fixed.
facts.
So it's entertaining.
I feel like it's a conspiracy against the Saints.
It's always been like that.
Ever since Bounty Gate, for sure.
Well,
You was in with Bounty Gate.
Yeah, I was.
What's the scoop with that?
I mean, it was just we had a guy that was in-house that was lying about who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of Coach Payton firing him, he put him in the defensive room.
Mm-hmm.
And when he put him in the defensive room, the guy just jotted down everything that was said, everything that was spoke about or even taught. But if I tell you Crabtree he's got a sore right knee, I mean, go take his leg off, go take his head off. That's football.
Right,
That's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you're on the defensive side of the ball, you got a different mentality than defense and special team players are just different mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like if you saw them on the street, and they got drunk, they're a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really would probably have to shoot them. Like you would have to kill them. Like because their mindset is either hurt you or I'm gonna get hurt at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always say, I can teach 11 monkeys to run to the ball, but can I teach 11 monkeys to do this, to run this slant, to do this post, to do that?
Who said that?
That's what the saying is. It's not a racist.
Okay,
saying.
all right. I'm about to say.
Let me rephrase that because I know this
That is my thing, bro. That's
is a
my
crucial time in life. So you're right.
Right.
my
Rephrase
thing.
that. It's not about race at all.
Okay.
It's just saying, you know how they do a lot of studies on monkeys, and they say monkeys are very intelligent. But if I can tell 11 monkeys to say, okay, the football is the banana, go run to the football. I don't have to teach them nothing else. But on offense, I got to teach everybody something different in order for the play to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So offense is a lot harder than defense. So they say, okay, you can put 11 crash test dummies on the defensive side of the ball, and they're going to always hit that target of that banana. That's just the way they word it.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
I just be looking at.
Needed a little clarity.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
I just be playing though.
You ain't playing. You serious?
Man.
Where we at?
What
You guys? What y'all got?
Only other question I got from somebody.
Oh, you got questions?
I got one question from my brother.
What do you say?
So Jerome says, have you ever saw a ghost or your best ghost story? You or somebody else's story?
Have I ever saw a ghost?
Yeah, he seems to think that different players have different ghost stories from different hotels that they went to.
I never seen a ghost in the hotel. as I was little, they used to say my great grandmother used to walk down the hall, and if you look closely, you'll see cookie crumbs. But I never saw that, so I'm not sure about this ghost thing.
Playing with you. They didn't want you going to the kitchen.
You know, that's all I could think that was. Cause
Right.
I don't know about no ghost story.
So look, you from Oklahoma. During your recruiting process, what made you go to Tennessee and not the Sooners? Because I knew Nick Saban was recruiting you as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you,
What-
I'm
like
gonna tell you
how-
the honest to God
like
truth.
how
I took a
close
visit.
that was?
I took a visit to LSU.
Right.
That was the second choice on the list until I got there.
Okay.
When I got there, I said it was too many beautiful women.
Right.
And I called my mom and said, "Ma, you ain't got to worry about me going there."
Right.
She was like, "Why?" I said, "Ma, I probably have about 14 kids. And this won't work."
So Tennessee with all the ugly people.
No, that's not
Ugly
true.
people live in Tennessee.
No, that's not true.
Be
Because
plain.
what I did was I didn't do what everybody other player did. I took my visits during the week.
Okay.
And the reason I took them during the week because I'm like, okay, on Saturday you're gonna take me to the game and you're gonna take me to the party and I'm gonna see that party.
You want to see what real student life is like.
What is real student life like?
Yeah, got you.
And what happened was when I went to Tennessee, they was playing intramural basketball, and I just saw the way the whole campus, like well not whole campus, but majority of the campus, like I'm talking about whites, blacks, Mexicans, they was all Asians, all in the gym. And they was playing against each other. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can do this.
Being from Oklahoma, you didn't see a lot of that.
I mean, you saw it, but I played basketball, and Coach Foreman told me I could play basketball when I got there. So I'm thinking this is part of it. Like this is why you taking me here,
Right.
You know? But no, he didn't let me play.
But Oklahoma wasn't because I feel like
Well, Oklahoma is like for y'all, it'd be like LSU. When I was in 6th grade, Oklahoma was recruiting me because my cousins went there.
okay.
So they felt like we gonna recruit you now. So then when your senior year come, we gonna automatically get you. Going there every other summer and doing the camps and doing all the things at OU, it's like I was like almost like a student already. And then I was so close to my mom, so it was
Gotcha.
like I got to get away from you.
Gotcha.
And
You wanted to go away.
So what
then
about
talking to my dad? It was like, you know, like man, you need to get away from your mama, boy.
so anybody anybody from like the state of Texas was interested?
I got recruited from every state.
Every
Right.
state?
I feel Texas
Okay.
is good in recruiting
Texas?
in Oklahoma.
But one thing I knew I could not do. You cannot be a top recruit from Oklahoma and go to any one of them Texas schools and not have no harm to your family. I don't care what you say, how you say it.
Right.
They can say it wasn't from Texas, but that's what's coming. My mama had death threats. They threatened her fire from her job and all that because I didn't go to OU. I'm talking
That's
about-
crazy.
It was an Oklahoma booster that was there that day. Like where your camera is at, that's where he was at. He was filming. And I said, I'm going to University of Tennessee. He took that camera. I don't know how much that camera cost. He took it and just shattered it right there.
That reminds me of Joe. Rest in peace to Joe McKnight. But that reminds me when Joe chose USC over LSU.
Yeah, we was heartbroken
and
about
everybody just knew because Joe was the #1 recruit period that year,
Yeah.
and everybody just knew he was going to LSU.
But everybody didn't realize something about Joe. It wasn't about everybody else. What did I go through life?
Right,
So what did Louisiana give me in life?
right. You don't owe them that.
What did California give me? A breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I
Especially Southern
I got to leave.
I like Southern California.
I got to leave my environment to where I felt like I was struggling to go be in another environment to give me a better look at life.
Right. That's
So
cool.
going
I
out of
definitely
state,
understand that.
that's what going out of state
Does.
does. Okay.
I mean, when we're young, you know, like me, I played AAU basketball. So I played against LeBron and Chris Paul.
right.
When you playing against top guys coming from different states, in your mind, it always plays a trick on you. What if I go to the same school as them?
Right.
Or what if I go to a school that's in the same conference as them and I get to play them every day? You know, as a competitor, that's the type of stuff you think about growing up as a kid, but you never thought about where you would actually live or where you would actually go. Like everybody, like, oh, I'm gonna go to this school. But what if that school don't call you?
Right.
What if that school don't send you no scholarship?
Right.
Right.
It's a lot of kids around here, especially this year with this COVID. It's a lot of kids right now that's really stuck. Don't know what to do because they don't have no offers.
Right.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Can I ask you like
Go
a
ahead.
side question? Track and field, right?
Why did I
There
not
you go
run
with
track
the
and
You
track.
didn't run
Yeah.
track and field?
This dude
Man, you was
always
a-
wants
you was
to
a
talk
I thought
about
every-
track, dog.
dude.
I thought every football player at least dabbled in track and field.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Simple. That's why I didn't run track. All right. You know you have your Curtis's and all your Catholic schools here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in Oklahoma you got Jinx, Union, and Broken Arrow. That's pretty much your white dominant schools.
Right.
Ran a track meet. The school I went to was a magnet school.
Okay.
It was Booker T. Washington. All right. The first 100 meters over there against all the white kids, guess what? I won with flying colors.
Okay.
Okay, now when I get over there and run against Carr and Warren Eastern and all that, yeah. I never knew how to run track, but I seen them getting in the blocks, so I figured I got to give me some blocks too. So then they had a girl. One dude had a girl on his blocks with her feet right there. So I said, okay, well, I got to get one of the girls off my team. Hey, put your feet right there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not knowing what this is
Everybody-
about.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The first 70 yards. Now, I'm going against real track stars, but everybody is intimidated because I play football and I'm fast on the football field. I didn't know track and football was two different things.
Two different types
Yeah.
of speed.
Yes, it is.
Oh man. That
Reason
This is
being
what he's
is
waiting for right here.
Reason being
Right.
is okay.
I
The first. Okay, I'm gonna go back. One of the dudes was in high school. He was smoking a cigarette. I said, "There's no way in hell he gonna beat me. There's no way he gonna beat me smoking a cigarette. You can't beat me. Nope. My mom and daddy smoke cigarettes. They can't beat me. Now, one of them, you can't beat me.
right.
Well, guess what? We get on the track. Girl line up. They shoot the gun. Bow. First 70 yards. Guess who's winning? Me. Well, guess what happened the other 30 yards? The other track stars. And all you heard was the crowd. Ooh. Yeah, I came in third.
I had that happen to me before. Like the woo.
It's not. I didn't know what their feeling was. I didn't know why they was doing it. I'm thinking it's because of me. No, I didn't know they was coming to pass me.
It's not a
So
good feeling.
that was the first one. That was in the 100. So
Okay.
we gonna run this 200. Guess what happened? Once again, I'm out again in front of everybody. These same two track stars, Bundy and Corey Ray, beat me again. Still to this day, if I see them to this day, I would still race them right now. But you know what I would race them in? I would race them in 30 yards. I wouldn't race them in no 100.
Okay.
Because I didn't have enough endurance to run the 100.
Right.
But if somebody would have told me how to run, I would have understood. I gave up too much in the front end. So I didn't have nothing to hold in the back.
Right.
Gotcha.
Man, I'm glad you said that, bro, because I've been on Facebook having debates with guys saying that what's the guy from Seattle could be a
Talking about
Metcalf?
Metcalf,
could be a track star, and I'm not saying he can't, but I'm just saying not with that football body.
But
What you think?
but if you look at him, if you teach him how to start, and you teach him to hold for his first 20 yards, and not accelerate, he might be a force to reckon with.
Right.
But then again, you can put Deshaun Jackson or Chris Johnson on that same. You can put Jacoby Jones on that track.
You know Jacoby?
Do I? Yeah.
Man, I ran track with Jacoby, summer track.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
He was small when he was running with you.
Yeah, real slim dude.
But then
he
he
was
grew-
always taller than me.
Yeah.
But,
But
like,
then
real
he
slim.
grew out of this nowhere.
Right.
But
So you know the twins? You don't know the twins, Ashton and Aaron. Like,
may they rest in
well,
in
the
peace.
brother died.
Okay, but
the other one in jail.
The one who was in jail, I want to say he raced Jacoby in Houston on Jacoby's birthday weekend. I didn't know who the twin was, but what let me know he was fast because they stretching, and he kind of did a little takeoff, and I'm like, okay, this might get interesting. But then we had a different trainer in Wyatt Harris.
Okay.
Sonic Boom. So Aaron didn't know that Kobe been training on his start.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's Wyatt is a track star, so he just teach you out the gates about your start.
Right.
Well, when Jacoby took off, Aaron couldn't catch it.
Right.
Oh, he was mad.
Right.
But he had to
Yeah.
sit there and eat that. He had to
Okay.
take it.
Yeah. Because he ain't used to that. He
No,
wasn't used to that shit.
But see, I didn't know that that's how it was.
Yeah, he
it
wasn't used to
so he
that.
looked at me
Damn,
he was like, "You get some too." I said, "Nah." I don't want that."
Look, like Jacoby, true underdog, man. Like the dude. I didn't see
football
it.
player or track
Just an
player?
athlete, period.
Oh,
I didn't
right.
see. I didn't see an NFL career. I knew he was fast, but I didn't. I just knew him from track, and I don't think he played football in high school. Did he?
I want to say he did, but
Jacoby?
yeah, I want
He
to say
definitely did.
He did, but
but
high school.
But
Yeah,
he-
Jacoby with the walk, I think.
But when he went to Lane College, I think that's what brought Kobe.
And that's out there
in Tennessee.
in Tennessee. Okay.
I think he went to what I think was Kobe getting to play basketball and football.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what made the transition easier to the pros because
Right.
you've been doing two sports. And for the college, I mean for NFL scouts to see that you can handle two sports and keep your grades up,
They love that.
I can come get you.
Right.
Right.
And the twins that we talking about is Ashton and Aaron Collins. So they they legends around here. Like you go across the river and you talk about track, you got to bring them up. Skylar Green, we know Skylar.
Skylar ran with us too. He
Right,
trained
we
with
know
us too.
Skylar, but they were faster than Skylar. A lot of people didn't really know that. Skylar had football speed, but once he got on the track,
See,
Yeah.
that's the totally difference. It's totally different.
and
It's
Jacoby.
it's a football.
I was
speed.
around some gods.
Keenan
like,
Lewis was
right.
is a football speed. It's
Right.
not track speed.
Right, okay. I was around some, like I grew up with
Ron Landry is football speed. It's not track speed.
Because LeBron did run in 4.3. That's what get me about certain things. Cause I know
But
you,
it's
I
in
know
the,
you
but it's in the
4.3,
40 yards. It's not 100.
But I think Derrick could have been a good track person.
Derry did run track.
Yeah,
he was.
right.
Derry
He was the
one.
man.
Derry was 9'8", 9'6".
Yeah,
one of
that
them
shoot,
type
yeah,
runners.
he
Like,
was the man.
this is the thing. I would always tell Derry, if I ever had the ratio, it's gonna be 40 yards. I would never let you do me. Never let you race me in 100 yards.
Right.
Right.
Because it was one time Drew threw a ball at practice, and we all said, "Man, ain't no way Derry want to get this ball." It looked like Derry took 2 steps and was right up under the ball, and it was like, "Okay, I ain't saying nothing else. I ain't questioning this. I ain't arguing with this. None of that."
Right.
We even had Coach Payton trying to challenge us. Me and Derry we was at practice one day. He come walking up to us, "Yeah, I got a guy for y'all." Like, man, what is you talking about? First of all, guy for what? Oh, I got a guy who can bust y'all ass. I'm like, what? First of all, what you talking about? First, he was like, "Yeah, Joe Morgan, he's gonna be here. He could beat you running. He could beat you running." I said, "Well, Coach, I'm gonna tell you like this. His 40 yards ain't gonna beat me because I seen the start. He ain't gonna beat me in the start." I said, "He ain't gonna beat Derry in the 100.
Right.
So you wasting your time and wasting your money.
Right.
Now go on about your business."
So Joe Moore, the running back?
Joe Morgan.
Morgan. Oh,
Yeah.
Joe Morgan. He was number 13
Yeah.
back in the day.
Okay,
Joe
yeah,
was a
all
good
right, all right,
receiver.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Joe's a good receiver for a little spell.
But then he comes in next year. No, I'm wrong. Let me flip it. Joe was the second year, but the first year was Patrick Robinson.
Okay.
Florida State.
Right.
Coach come in there talking hard. "Oh, I got one for y'all now." Only thing saved me and Dever from having to run that day was Coach CJ. Because CJ told Sean, he said, "Listen, don't do it. He's not ready for them. Don't even do that. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money.
Right.
Because he's not ready for them." And at the time, P-Rod wasn't ready for us.
Right. Right.
Now, once he got in the league and started developing, you could see the quickness come in. But I was like, shoot, if he can't beat Jabari, he ain't got no shot.
Right.
And Jabari was a Tennessee track star.
Okay, I didn't know that.
When we went to Tennessee, that's what he did.
That was one of my favorite cornerbacks from the Saints.
He ran the 100. He did the hurdles, the 100-meter hurdles.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have killed myself on the hurdles.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get across it.
You and me both. I just run.
Nah,
I'd
they-
have ran and just pushed him down.
They so high, like
I would have ran and just pushed him down. Like, man, nah, I'm cool on that.
they make good videos though. You see kids in high school
Yeah.
falling off of hurdles.
I
I know that's
You
a
like
sick.
to watch
Yeah,
it?
I don't know. I know that's
Something-
sick, but I like to watch like how
I was-
kids fall over hurdles.
For the longest, I thought everybody ran over the same size hurdles until
It's funny to me, bro.
That's funny to you.
Yeah, like how
So you just like the kids, see kids get jacked up, huh?
in the hurdles, cause it's like
Only in the
Got that
hurdle.
fucking kids.
all in the hurdles.
Yeah. I don't know how to let my kids come around your ass.
Get it how you live over here. So
We ain't going to the hospital. Your arm broke. Oh well.
yeah.
Deal with it.
Walk it off.
So I heard you say something about Drew throwing. He got a lot of questions about his arm strength for the past 4 years, right? What's your take on
He
that?
know how you gonna make that man say.
I just want to know.
He know.
Do you necessarily need arm strength?
I never felt it was that was his game though. I never felt at
Well,
one
he could
point in
throw
his
the
career.
ball 50, 60
well,
yards.
to be honest, you just answered my question for because in this offense, yes, like it.
West Coast offense.
I'm gonna take it back. Let me put this where the fans can really understand what I'm saying and how.
Please,
Yeah, that's what I
please.
want
Because
right there.
Please.
I don't want them to think that this is a racist moment, but Jameis Winston played for 5 years for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with no line. As you can see, Tom Brady is playing with that same line. Then getting sacked and sacked and sacked. But Tom Brady's a GOAT, right?
Right.
Okay, so
Not my goal. But.
you a hater.
Tell him.
Can't really.
Ultimate hater.
You got to give it to the guy. Come on.
Okay, but Drew Brees, for all these past years, if you go back to watch Sean Payton coach Tony Romo, what did Tony Romo do?
Pass the ball. You talking about what
Like-
like quarterback he was?
Like run and
He
move.
wasn't really a runner.
He wasn't running.
Not at all.
All he did was get the ball out of his hands.
A lot of slants.
This offense is built to get the ball out your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to get the ball in my skilled guys' hands as quick as possible. Because if they catch a 5-yard pass and take it 60 like Kamara do, what do happen to me?
Mm-hmm.
I threw a 5-yard pass and got a 60-yard gain out of it,
Yeah.
and my stats go from 5 to 10 yards to 100 yards, and all I threw was a 5-yard pass. So I can break all the records in the world with ding, 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 ding. I throw a screen pass, and Pierre takes it 40.
I don't feel like quarterbacks should get credit for
Yards after the catch.
Yeah.
Yak.
Especially
If
at
they-
the contact.
I understand-
Yards after
If
I
I
contact.
could
I
throw you
understand.
open, I feel like that's a
Yeah,
skill.
but yards
I understand
after
what you're
contact.
saying, but that's
Yeah,
just
that's
the
the-
way. That's just the way it's been over time. So, if they did it the way that you said, a lot of these quarterbacks wouldn't get paid all this money
Right.
because once I touch the ball, what I do with it afterward ain't have nothing to do with you.
Right.
But the thing about the answer, go back to answer your question. When I was playing in 09, 08, there was certain games where Drew overthrew you because of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
But Drew never had a strong arm to throw the deep ball.
Right.
But Taysom Hill right now can't throw the short pass. He can throw the deep pass.
Mhm.
So now Sean has to change the way he calls the plays in order to fit Taysom Hill.
Mm-hmm.
But when Drew come back, you're going to have to restructure and call the plays the way that Drew likes it.
Right. That's why.
So
Alvin
it's harder
Kamara
to-
get touches.
That's why
Like,
Alvin is not going to get touches as long as you have a quarterback like Taysom Hill because he's a runner.
Right.
Like if Jalen Hurts was here,
Mhm.
Kamara still wouldn't get a lot of touches.
Right.
I'm gonna make an example. Okay, Mark Brunell,
Mm-hmm.
when we played.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you think Pierre and them was happy when Mark Brunell and them got in the game? They wasn't. Reason being, because he can run.
Mhm.
That's one. But he can throw the deep ball. So by him throwing the deep ball, you don't
You
get
ain't
that
getting
many
nothing.
touches.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ain't got to throw the screen pass to you to get you a touch.
Right.
See, as receivers, we want the ball all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We used to get mad because Pierre and Sproles and Reggie would have 40 catches. How the hell y'all got 40 catches? Y'all in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Throw the ball to us. Don't throw the ball to them. But
Yeah.
I mean, to be a team player, that's what you had to respect that, and then you had to love that because there was a lot of pressure. Like I'm able to walk normal because a lot of plays that they had.
Right.
There's a lot of players that's 36 years old ain't walking normal.
Right. Yeah.
They can't even play with their kids. They can't even give their wife the hug that they want.
That's tough.
That's how I look at Brett
The
Favre. Like,
loving.
I know Brett Favre body just all messed up. He not.
Who?
Brett Favre. I just know he just all.
Man, Brett Favre look fine.
He
On TV.
Out here in that commercial.
So you think Brett Favre like?
I never seen a jean commercial.
I'm a-
Different time. I haven't seen
With
that
his
yet.
Levi's or with his Wrangler?
Wrangler commercial.
I'm gonna tell you like this. With Brett Favre, all I ask you is that morning pee. How does he walk to the bathroom for that morning pee? I guarantee.
See, I take that for granted.
I guarantee you, he ain't just rolling out the bed, just get up, going to pee, unless he about to pee on himself.
It's the,
Right.
It's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be that first foot, that next foot, and then it's gonna be that, and then it's gonna be that, and that them first 2 steps. Then you're gonna be able to walk normal.
Hey.
He got hit way more than I got hit.
Yeah.
So imagine his walk.
It's like starting a '92 Honda Civic right now.
It's like the old deuce in the quarter. You gotta keep pumping.
So we at the end here though, and as always, we in our podcast with What's Your Experience, which normally we would give a little story, but since you here, Meach, we want to know what's your experience. Give us one of the best stories you can think of.
Oh,
We
we may have questions on the comments.
What you
I
got?
haven't been looking at it, but no, continue. I was just.
okay.
You know,
yeah,
my bad.
I mean, we how long we been on here? Okay.
We at 120.
Okay, yeah. So we want one of your best stories you got. Any kind of, if it's funny, dramatic, whatever you got that you could think of that happened throughout your career. What's your experience, Meach?
Well, the funniest story I feel like I have, and me might be funny to y'all, but it was funny to me. Well, when we was playing against the Washington Redskins in 2008, my first year scoring a touchdown, all that. But nobody remember how I looked when I scored this touchdown. I had an ingrown hair that was right here. And before the game, it's my whole forehead and everything swole up like Hitch. Man, they had to stick a needle and drain this and pull this pus and all this stuff out the middle of my forehead. Now, imagine a person got a gauze in the middle of their forehead with an X. Dog, when I scored the touchdown, I forgot. When I got to the sign, I took my helmet off, like, yeah, that's my first touchdown. I was excited, but
Right.
I looked like Hitch with a whole X in the middle.
Right.
And everybody was like, man, what happened, man? What you done? I ain't had no surgery or nothing like that. I just had an ingrown hair, and it swole up. And I'm talking about, it was like all the day before, nothing happened.
Right.
Soon as we get to the stadium, nothing happened. But the moment we warming up, I get in the locker room. Hey man, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what are you talking about? Man, you need to go look at your head, man. Like, I'm like, hold on, my head.
What the fuck is this?
I'm like, I thought I was a whole rodent or something. Like I ain't never had nothing like that.
Right.
I got a question from Mr. Russell. Romare Russell?
Romare Roussel.
Oh, Roussel.
Yeah.
My bad. Damn, that's your last name, huh?
Yeah, it is.
My bad. What defensive player gave you the most headaches, college or pros? Like pretty much. I hate that I'm about to go against this guy.
I mean, I never felt like that. I mean,
never
I always
felt like
wanted
that?
to go against the best. And at the time when I was playing, Charles Wilson was a great cornerback. Darrell Reeves.
Sean Taylor?
Even though Reeves had help in the middle of the field.
You played with
Taylor.
Sean Taylor? He was
That was my first touchdown. Thank you, Reggie Bush, for making him come to you, and so I could get my touchdown.
Okay, yeah.
But that was the most fearful player that I ever played against. I mean, you're not supposed to be scared when you walk out there, but it was just different. A 6'4" guy that runs a 4.3 40, and he didn't care about his body. He played free safety. Mm-hmm. He could be out of position in some type of way, come back in the picture and knock you smooth, knock your helmet and everything off, and make you ask yourself a question: do I really want to do this?
Right.
And this is really what I signed up for. I didn't really sign up to get hit like this.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
The hardest hitter.
the hardest hitter.
Like you're a receiver, so you come across the middle and you
it was
like,
a lot harder.
I guess
I'm
you could
watching
go from
for
the
this
SEC
guy.
too, but you played in the SEC. So
I'm watching for this guy because he bringing
you
it.
watch for everybody.
Do you think was
Can't
so you
receive.
playing in Tennessee and you played against LSU,
Yeah,
and I know LeRon was one of those
y'all bums.
head hitters. You know,
Yeah,
those,
LeBron was a head hunter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No homo, but he was a head hunter.
Right.
I mean, we watched film on LeBron and what we saw from LeBron, it was just one of those things where you don't never let your guard down.
right.
Like even when you running back to the huddle, you don't let your guard down because he might come run up and just shove you just cause.
Right.
Dang.
And y'all beat us that year too. I think that was Hurricane. That was
we came and
that was
beat
3
y'all
weeks
on Monday
after
Night
Hurricane.
Football.
It was after Katrina, and
Monday Night Football.
yeah,
Yeah, say it to yourself.
it's all good.
Messed y'all year up.
Hey,
Yeah, we sure did mess y'all year up because we went 5-6 after that. So yeah, we messed y'all year up. We lost
So
to
y'all went on-
we lost to
Terrible.
Vanderbilt, to Jay Cutler from Vanderbilt. Say that to yourself.
Jay Cutler from Vanderbilt.
yeah,
That played for Chicago Bears.
yeah.
Yeah.
I only know like one guy that likes him.
I love
Jay
him.
Cutler?
You love him?
What?
I heard he was like
I don't know about him as personal. Like I talking about the quarterback. I like the quarterback.
Right. He got.
I don't know what his
Why?
personal.
Why?
Why? Because he would sit there and wait on you to get open.
Mm.
He gonna throw you the ball regardless. It's like playing.
I heard that too.
It's like
I heard
playing
it.
with Aaron Rodgers. Like you can do what you want to do, run whatever route you. There's 3 quarterbacks that I'll say if God ever let me come back in life that I would love to play for. Well, not 3, but 4. Joe Montana, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers,
Okay.
Big Ben,
Big Ben, A-Rod.
and what's it called? We just talked about.
Cutler.
Cutler. Yep. Because them 4 guys will sit there and wait. If it's man to man, they're gonna let you get open. Some quarterbacks, when it's man to man, no, going to him.
Brandon Marshall likes him too, though.
Drew Brees.
I wonder why Brandon Marshall like him. Because he's throwing the ball on
Always doing the ball.
Drew Brees ain't taking that L for your ass.
Oh no. That's high potato,
He
baby.
be like,
Whoever
yeah,
get
you-
open.
Yeah, you tripping.
High potato, he getting it out of his hands. He
Right,
ain't
he
taking them.
gonna-
He ain't
Yeah.
taking them shots.
Shit, after that hit with them ribs, I don't blame him no more.
Man,
Yeah, man.
them ribs was already messed up before that.
Oh,
So-
okay. I heard that. Yeah.
It's just that as a player, like I said, it's a different mentality.
Mhm.
His ribs not probably fractured. They was probably broke.
Mhm.
And he just want to go out there and say, I can still do this.
Right.
And when he finished that drive in 2 minutes, in his mind, I know what he said. I got this. I'm good. But when he went in the locker room
Sit
and
down.
sat,
Yeah.
it was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's either the corona or my ribs. One or the other.
Yeah.
Damn other shit.
Damn. That's
Well,
hilarious.
Any more questions, y'all?
Got any more to you?
Caleb Johnson, you see that one?
Caleb? What Caleb talking?
Is the mentality of playing wide out equivalent to playing special teams and defense? Or I
Hell
think
to the
you
no.
already answered that one though.
No, Caleb. No, and no, and no, and no. We are, as receivers, we want the ball. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive guys, special teams, like I said, you don't want to be around them in an alley fight or nothing like that. A receiver, you know what I'm saying? We got hands, but it's not like them.
Right.
Like those are America, please don't take this the wrong way. But those are the white boys that you see in the alley that you just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to kill him before I have to fight him. Because he's not gonna stop. Those are special teams players and defensive players. They not gonna stop.
Right.
Right.
They have one mindset.
Right.
It's
It's
kill and kill them all.
Right.
They Spartacus, like kill them and kill them all.
Hey Rob, so I got one more question just came to my head. I do believe before this 2020 season, I believe that 2011 was like the best roster the Saints ever had in 2011.
I agree.
Compared to this roster with the defense and offense, of course, to y'all in 2011. Were y'all better? Did you get an edge from defense too? Because that was that the no, Greg Williams was still there in 2011. Yeah. So, but with the team 2020 compared to 2011, who do you give the edge to?
Okay. You saying if we played against each other 2011 and 2020,
right?
Who would win?
Who would win?
We would whoop the dog shit out of them.
Come on, all right.
Really?
I think so too.
No question.
I think so.
Reason being, like take Malcolm off, okay, because Malcolm would have been on both teams. Okay, now take P-Rob off, Patrick Robinson, because he would have been on both teams, and take Drew away. Okay, now yes, Drew is the quarterback for us,
right?
But I'm saying, far as skill guys on both sides, they couldn't do nothing with us. You don't have a Darren Sharper back there,
Right?
Now y'all can say what he want to say about his off the field issues.
Yeah.
But on the field,
You don't got that dude back there.
but on the field, that is one of the specialist players that you would ever play against.
Yeah.
And reason being is because he holds the record in pick sixes. I don't care what quarterback gets back there.
Right.
You always got to be accountable for him.
Right.
So, and then their defensive line, the rotation of their defensive line may be a little bit better than ours was. You know what I mean? But far as linebacker core, Demario Davis is Vilma. Who
would you take?
Demario Davis is Vilma.
I know what you're saying. Okay.
They cancel out.
They cancel each other
out.
Right,
Okay.
because they're so smart.
Right.
Now you got Scott Fajita and
Shannon.
Scott Shannon. Now the difference is the Fajita can run like the boy we just got.
Quan.
Okay. Now Shanley is more instinctive, and then that they have with the hair. What's his name? The one now, the linebacker that they have now.
Kiko.
What? His name. Him.
Alonzo.
Okay. Shanley was more instinct smart guy. Like he sees something little, and he attacks. You know what I'm saying? So it made him a better cover guy too.
Right.
Okay. Now on the back end, you got Jabbar, you got Tracy, you got the Jackrabbit, you got
Marshawn
Lattimore. What makes our defense different is because if Tracy and Jabari walk down in front of you to press you, they're gonna touch you.
Right.
These guys in this era right now, I don't know what it is, but when they walk down in front of somebody, still give them a free release. At 4-3, you give me a free release, I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
Coach, we ain't running none of that. All go.
Right.
Like we was little kids. Just Drew, take 2 steps and just throw it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And but see, like for not PJ Williams, the other Williams, the safety, Marcus.
Yeah.
I would love for him to have to sit down with Sharp and watch film. I promise that would change his game in a way like never before. Because he has a talent, he just don't trust it all the time.
Right.
So the Minnesota, when he ducked and didn't hit the dude, everybody say he missed the tackle. What he did was he didn't do what he did earlier in the game. Early in the game, he went for the pick. Go for the pick again. You know what I'm saying? Go for the pick. See, he wasn't the one to get paid. He was too young. He don't know no better. You can't put that on him. They're not going to go for a younger guy. They're going to go for a veteran guy. They're not going to go for somebody new that might whistle blow. They're going to go for somebody that
know the ropes.
Kind of hurting in the pockets, and they know they hurting in the pockets. Or somebody hurting, or they got a blackmail issue on you. You want this out, or you want to do what I want you to do.
Right.
How you want it?
I like that. That's some real insider shit right there. That's like that.
Yes.
That's what's up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
1:30. We had 1:30, y'all.
Right. Well, that's a good podcast today, and again, special thanks to
what about
Brittany Mom.
Hold on. You say what about the Rams?
Yeah.
What about them?
When they cheated us.
The Rams.
Oh, you talking about that play?
You talking about the
You
play
talking about a couple
with Tommy Lee Lewis?
Yeah.
That's the worst play in history.
Yes.
And I'm not saying it just because it's the Saints. I'm saying if there was any team, how do you not call that? Because
still
the ball is in the air. You saying you tried to come back and say it was an uncatchable ball, but then you come back and apologize afterward. That don't give me my season back.
Nah.
So I would ask the Saints fans to stop getting so pissed off and so mad because you got to realize everybody saw the Saints with a bag on their head for so many years, and all of a sudden the Saints is good. So it's like now it's like nah, you're supposed to be like the Browns. Y'all supposed to be terrible.
Right.
Now all of a sudden the Browns is starting to spark. Watch, they gonna start getting robbed too. And it's a matter of time, but before they start getting robbed.
We're gonna see. I can't wait.
Well, I think it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And
We gotta thank you though for coming through.
we
We
got
appreciate
and we got to do
that.
thank Brittany's mom. Oh, so special shout out to
Yeah, shout out to my mom.
special shout out to mom.
Mommy dear.
Yes,
Mama Kim,
yes.
She's spoiled.
So
no, she spoiled me.
oh,
She saved me.
Yeah.
She saved me.
We appreciate you for coming
Definitely.
out, though, giving us your time, being candid with us.
yes.
Man, I don't have no problem with that. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes.
You know, I wouldn't have
Honor.
no problem driving back out to Africa again. But no, man,
You probably would have seen
No,
exotic
thank you.
animal floating around
could
here.
be.
you know, but thank y'all though.
Yep.
For real. I mean, it was really, eye opener.
Yes.
And it was fun.
Yeah,
It wasn't like I was
Definitely.
really doing the interview.
right.
Okay.
You know, I was really having fun. So
That's cool.
I would love to see, more players get on in the future.
Me
Yes.
too.
We hope so.
I was thinking the same thing.
Pass the word, my brother. Go in the locker room and say you got this slamming ass podcast. Y'all should go on it. Yes.
We're going to try. We definitely want to
But,
do this.
This is actually a podcast. You actually can drink your own beverage.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
You
of
know?
it. So,
Cause,
Yeah.
cause Miss Brandy about to make me one more for the road.
you
There you go.
want another one?
One more for the
At
road.
least, but damn, ran out of real.
You do the right.
Nah, I don't know what she put in that.
Oh,
But it was nice.
I told you she's a big time.
Mixed allergies. I see the fruit.
I ain't gonna say it either. I said it yesterday. I ain't gonna say it.
it's a car.
I asked.
It's not a color.
When seasons open up, Brittany gonna be in the back bus.
Nah, we
Just make a
rebuked that.
drink. Like what?
We
Copyrighted?
rebuked
What you got? Patent it or something?
Patent it.
Yeah, you ain't got
we
a
can-
bartend.
Yeah, we
you
can
know.
do that.
Yeah.
She ain't slave.
We do the business. We do big business.
You know, 'cause they don't tip well these days. You know,
Right.
it's a
Real.
pandemic. You forgot? They ain't
Yeah.
tipping right now at the bars.
Yeah, they not.
We appreciate y'all watching, man. And
Yes.
we definitely gonna put the podcast up on Wednesday per usual. Follow us on Instagram, EBL_experience.
Yes.
We got a Facebook group too.
Oh yeah, Facebook group EBL Experience as well.
That's it. So as always, Tig,
Peace and love.
peace and love with him, huh?
Yeah, peace and love, baby.
All right.
Good
Lady
night.
P.
Huh?
Good night.
As always, y'all, everybody love everybody. Give somebody a hug. Air hug, COVID.
Yeah. Peace
All
out,
right, y'all.
y'all.
See you next
All
time.
right.